What's up? Y'all having a good time so far? Good. Give it up one more time for yourselves, the comics you've seen, the room. It's a hell of a room, man. This should look like intermission at a strip club. This is nice. This feel like they on break picking up money, counting right now. This is a good time, man. First and foremost, I wanted to address that I couldn't disagree with Dave more. I don't think people in wheelchairs are above being roasted one bit.
This nigga look like a half transformer, right? To me, it's common sense. You don't roast niggas in wheelchairs. Like, that's not okay. Like, duh, like, you just, like, he is off limits in my mind. But I forgot that my kids on the west side of Chicago don't have soul. They don't give a fuck, okay?
You gonna treat them different? Just because you in a wheelchair doesn't make them any different, man. You still treat them like human beings, man. They can fucking stand up for themselves. Bro, I was doing these jokes about trans people versus people in wheelchairs in Phoenix, Arizona, like 4 weeks ago. And obviously it's a teetering topic. You take two marginalized groups of people, you think like, oh, you can't make jokes about something like that. But I love dark humor. That's like my favorite shit. So I'm in the middle of the material, and I can see it in my peripheral vision in the middle of the jokes. There's a young woman in the front row, left side of the stage, who's in a wheelchair. And I'm like in the middle of the jokes. I can see out of my peripheral, like she's laughing her ass off. She's slapping her knee. She can't feel it, but she's fucking slapping her knee. Like she's having a great time. So like these are like all new jokes that I'm trying out and everything. So when the joke was over, I'm always open to conversation, especially when it comes to comedy. When you're talking about darker stuff, like I always want to leave room for conversation so I can grow and make sure the jokes are funnier than they are ignorant, you know? So when the joke was over, I was curious. I asked her, I was like, just out of curiosity, was anything I said in that joke offensive? And still laughing, she was like, no, it was so fucking funny, and I want to thank you for including me. I never realized that so many people are so uncomfortable around handicapped people, they won't even laugh about some of the same things they think are hilarious. It's like getting that confirmation was all the reassurance I needed to know. Like, these jokes are okay to tell, and we are allowed to laugh at them. You know, like her and I were on the same page the whole time. We both know that's what you do to vegetables. You roast them. You know what I mean? Bro, if you didn't laugh at that shit, I would never be your friend. That's fine. That's totally okay. Bro, oh my God. And then I fucked her? That's the crazy thing. Because after the show, hey, I'm not saying it was me, but she wasn't walking the next day, all right? I don't know if it was me, but, So it's fine, man. Everybody could joke. Everybody's allowed to laugh, you know? We're just having fun, having a good time. You gotta laugh, man. Life is fucking stressful, dude. This shit is trash most of the time. Life sucks most of the time. Is it not? Most days. You would wake up, you're like, how many more fucking days are there, bro? Another one? Oh my God, that's why you have to have that outlet for stress, man. You have, whether it could be laughing with your friends, maybe you take up a hobby, whatever it may be. For me, it's definitely like I love laughing with my friends. I love laughing with you guys doing shows. And then I would say probably going to the gym is like my next favorite one. I love going to the gym. It's so good for your health, not just your physical health, but your mental health as well. And I actually just recently started this new fitness routine where I only work out with black dudes. Because black dudes will push you past your limits, whether you want to or not. I started about 6 months ago. I was in the gym. I was having a bad day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put up some weight today. I want to relieve some of this stress, you know, get it out of me. So I was hitting a chest day. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit a new max on the bench press, right? So I go to the gym, put the lighter weights on first, just getting loose, get warmed up, get a little pump, you know. And it's time to put on the heavier stuff. And when you do that, you're supposed to have a spotter so you don't die. And I didn't know anybody in there at the time. Closest person to me was the black dude at the bench next to me. So I walked over. I was like, hey man, would you mind spotting me for this set real quick? And he was like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, I feel like you do. Everything about your voice is safe. Like I feel like I can lift the world now. Let's do this shit. So we go over. We go over to the bench, and he gets behind the bench in the spot position. He's ready. I lay down, and I'm trying to psych myself up, and I'm lining up my hands and everything, and I get it off the rack. Oh, I get 1 rep in. Oh, I get 2 reps in, and my arms start shaking. And he can see this. So like any good spotter, he just gets in my ear. Do that shit! Do that shit! It ain't nothing! I was like... I don't know, man, I'm getting kind of tired. He's like, my people been tired. I was like, God damn. I'm sorry. It was only like 275. You had white guilt on top of that? That's like 500 pounds, man. Fuck you. I racked that shit up. I was like, I appreciate you, man. I was struggling at the end. He was like, you don't know struggle. I was like, fuck. Can't have anything, man. So that's my new routine. Whenever somebody's like, you look good, Matt. You on a diet? I'm like, yeah, it's called White Watchers. You should try it. So black people watch white people struggle. You will sweat, I promise you. It's happening right now. Silly. He said, sign me up. That sounded aggressive. This is fun, man. Thank you guys for being a fun crowd, because it's obviously I mean, you guys have the internet. It's a weird time for comedy now. Everybody wants to be so offended all the time, especially when it comes to like darker, edgier jokes. You know what I mean? People want to instantly be like, oh, you're trying to offend people, which is fucking crazy. It's comedy. It's jokes. You know what I mean? This is the only art form where I would have to reiterate what I'm doing. If I say some edgy shit, I gotta be like, oh, guys, like I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't mean that shit. Rappers don't have to do that. Rappers are literally like, oh, fuck your bitch. They killed your family. And y'all are just like, ah. They don't gonna be like, I wouldn't do that. I'm David. You know me. I wouldn't do no shit like that. So thank y'all for being a great crowd. My name is Matt Rife. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your show.